Hi, I'm Sean, aka Wizard. Beer has always been a passion for me, from collecting cans as a kid, tasting the great flavors of craft beer as I got old enough, and eventually becoming head brewer. We're very lucky here in the state of Florida to have one of the most vibrant craft beer scenes in the country, and we're going to bring it right to you. So come on the journey with us. Maybe you'll learn some things, and maybe you'll even have a laugh. And of course, it'll be even more fun if we have a few brews with us. The brews, the brewers, and the beer culture. This is Drinking with Wizard. Cheers to you. Okay, we're here at Craft Life in Hudson, and this is Tim. I remember Tim way back in the day. I did a collaboration with us. Flow
Rider.
Flow Eastern. Flow Eastern.
It should
have been Flow Rider. That would have been better.
It should come out next week because we're going to have a storm.
Here we are. This is Craft Life. This is obviously, you can see this is going to be a great show already. It's already starting out pretty good. And we're here. We're going to check it out. Tim's been here. How many years have you been here, Tim?
We're about 3 years now here, about 4 years over in Leno Lakes.
Okay, so almost 7. He's almost up to 7 in brewing. That's amazing.
Yep.
So we're going to go in, check it out. Obviously, Tim's been drinking a couple. He's ahead of me. I got to get started. Let's get going. Let's get this party going.
He's late. He's always
I'm late for the party. It's always the way it is. Lizard's always late. Let's go.
Cheers, guys.
Let's get going. So now we're at Tim's actual bar, and this is Big Al, by the way, if you haven't met Big Al.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
So Tim, we're at your bar. So obviously I see you have quite a few taps here. You have like 22 on tap right now. So you're a little bit of an overachiever for a brewery. So that's awesome though. So
yeah.
Tell me a little about it. You've got a lot of style. He's got a lot of styles. He's got a lot of different flavors. Again, an overachiever. So tell me a little bit about what you got going on.
Yeah, thanks, Wizard. We've always been producing a lot of beer, and we want to make sure that anybody that comes in the door is actually being able to choose anything they want. So we'll have a lot of people come in. They're coming in for a band or something, and they'll be like, "What's your closest thing to Bud Light or Coors Light or this and that?" Right?
You're gonna get
we've always made this light beer. Dimple Calf #1 has always been our cream ale. It's nice and light, not a lot of hops. Really easy drinking, flavor it accordingly to what we want, for the people during the seasons. And then we make a Pilsner and we make a Blonde Ale, and that's enough. If you can't choose between those 3 light beers, you're not in the right spot.
It's true.
The rest of the beer that we've always made a lot of beer. We make a blonde, we make a brown, we've got reds. We do a lot of different sours now, which is really popular. So
I noticed that. And I'm not, Wizard is not the biggest fan of sours, but I'm going to tell you, this is one place that I would drink a sour. He has a really, really good sour centric system in his brewery. the base that he's using or whatever he's doing is a really great sour. And the flavors are amazing.
Thank you.
They are all separate. You know, sometimes you go to a place and the sours are very, very similar and you're searching for the flavors. You are not going to have to search for a flavor in a sour up here, too.
Yeah.
You do a great job on your sours.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so
and
much.
That's not taking anything away from the other beers we're going to talk about. Well, let's talk about sours first.
Oh,
but
no.
there's a bunch of other
We have a lot of people that come in and bring a lot of beers from other areas, right? Different states all the time. We've got a refrigerator full of them right now. I've got some from Budapest right now. A gentleman flew in the other day for us. But normally when I see a lot of sours, they'll have 5 or 6, 7 flavors on them.
Right.
And in the end run, I can taste 2.
Right.
So we just make most of our sours with 2 flavors.
There you go.
That way you can
That's smart.
deviate everything that's going on in the beer.
That's smart.
Some of them, you like throw in cinnamon or vanilla.
So are you drinking a sour right now?
I'm drinking a seltzer, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, he does a seltzer too. That's quite amazing.
Well,
there's a lot of flavor.
I was here at 9 a.m., so.
What inspires you with the taste? Like what adjuncts you like? I want the sour to taste like this. What clicks in your head?
So we have a really great flavoring program. What it is what it is, and that we can take a 1 sour base. So we have a 6-barrel system, 2 3-barrels, individuals, and then we can kettle sour 1 right here.
Okay.
We bring the sour down to about 3.7 pH, which is not too crazy because it's not too sour. That way our flavoring program can flavor it accordingly, and it's not too sour, you know? So that's kind of the issue. Like you get into some of them and you're just so inundated.
As the cool kids want, they want a sour, but they don't really, when it comes down to it, they don't really want a sour. Like a traditional sour is like 3.2, almost going toward 3 in the pH.
Natural fermented.
That's pretty sour. So most people, when they're asking for a sour, want more like a sweet tart. And it's slightly sour, but it brings enough sweetness and balance. And I think Tim does a great job of having the right amount of sour and bringing really, really strong flavors of sweetness. And I mean, we'll probably try some a little bit to give you an idea of the breadth of what he has. I mean, there's one up there that's called Date Gone Sour. I mean,
so that Hot Date Gone Sour is we won the 2022 Best Florida Beer in the chili category, and we pretty much had to go up against Motorworks. So Motorworks, like their brewer, is the #1 brewer in Florida for pepper beers.
Right.
And he had a Dado pepper porter. He had a couple different beers that were like just regular beers, not a sour.
Right, where peppers usually matter.
Yeah,
really,
so we entered that category.
That's interesting to throw in a sour. That's a total twist.
Yeah, so we just entered the court. I don't know what's being entered in that category.
For sure.
But we entered that category, and he won the bronze. We pulled the silver, and he won the gold. So we got some photos with him and everything,
That's awesome.
which is kind of cool with the whole Motorworks crew.
Yeah, for sure.
And then one of my friends goes, "You're #2 at the Pepper Brewing." I'm like, never even thought about it like that. So.
Well, and then you have another one called Green Apple Hubba Bubba Bubblegum. I mean,
So we really want to do. Our next thing is the gums. A couple of different
Fruit Stripe.
The Fruit Stripe.
Fruit Stripe, baby.
The problem is that
the flavor never lasts
you're
that long.
You're going to drink it
Stripe,
in a second, and it's going to be gone.
Right. All right, that's a cheers to you for sure. We all know
I got
Fruit
lemon,
Stripe.
lime, watermelon, and
5
this
seconds.
is going. I know it's gone in like.
We
You're
all
like, oh my
know
god,
it.
I need another piece of gum.
We all know it. Cheers to that.
I know.
Cheers to you.
No. That's fantastic. No, I mean it is exactly what it is. It's lemon, it's lime, it's strawberry.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 or 5 flavors, right?
That's amazing for.
So I can make 5 kegs out of 1 batch of sour, right? And so I can cover all the Fruit Stripe flavors.
Exactly.
And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It smells great. It tastes good for a second, but then it's all gone. Sorry. I'm serious. It'll be great.
So
CLB Sour Series is almost done.
There you go. Beyond the sours, you do like again. There's a variety of beers. Like you have Belgians, you have other stuff. And by the way, I'm drinking the Come On Feel the Noise. It's a kumquat pale ale. So hey, I love the music reference.
But the worst part is it could have been another music reference. Come On Eileen. That would have been a whole different graphic.
Yeah.
That's another song though.
Yeah. Come On Feel the Noise sounds a little.
Yeah. It helped a lot.
Good word.
So we had Tonka's Tap House, coming in, and I send him a lot of stuff because he's got a different mind. And then so he'll do this stuff, and he's like, gives me these names. I'm like, I can't use that. I can't use that at all.
Thank God you didn't see that at the camera. We can use that.
No, I can't use that name. Like,
well, and then speaking, okay, so let's go with names. Some of the names, like, there's another sour up there. We're going back to sour just for the name.
yeah, Cran My Muffin.
That's the story on Cran My Muffin.
It's Cran My Muffin.
But
It's your cranberry
who
muffin.
came up with that one?
Yeah, so pretty much we were sitting here one night. I'm like, I made it, put it on tap, and it was something else. And I'm like,
So that was
that sounds
was
better.
a local neighborhood.
Yeah,
they
so
kinda
pretty
came
much
up with
we're
the
going to
name.
be making a blueberry honey ale the other day, next week actually, before the October 1st event. And we're going to call it I Got Blue Bees. So that also works for both sides, right?
Blue bees? Did you say
I
blue
got
bees?
blue bees.
You got blue bees?
It's a
Blue
honey
bees?
blueberry ale, right?
Yeah.
I got blue bees, like
Yeah.
blue bees.
Got it.
But it kind of sounds weird. So if they're starting to drink a little, that may sound different all the time.
Of course. And if you haven't noticed, when you go to your favorite local brewery, there is a lot in, there's a couple things in brewery. One is the tap handles. When you're out and about,
I ain't got
tap handles mean something when you're out. You pick one that has a really crazy
Yeah,
tap
all
handle.
the time.
But when you're in a brewery, a lot of times you pick a beer because it's got a crazy name that really kind of resonates with you. And then the beer usually supports the crazy name it has. So
Yep,
it's always
yep.
good. The crazier the name, the crazier the beer. That's my
Yep.
that's my
and,
rule. That's
and
Wizard's
labels
rule
on
of
their
thumb.
cans
Yeah,
and everything
yeah.
else, you know.
And by the way,
thing is, we just have black candles, so.
And by the way, this Come Feel the Noise is my Wizard's pick for one of the Wizard's picks for the place. So it's amazing beer. So cheers
Cheers,
on
guys.
the Kumquat
I'm
Pale
going back for
and
a
it's
refill.
Fresh kumquats. Okay, so we're talking about beer. So Tim, tell me a little about this. Come on, Feel the Noise, the Kumquat.
Yep. So that's a Dade City Kumquat Farm. That's Leonard Goody and the Goodies. They own that area right
Yeah.
there. They do the Kumquat Festival every year. So pretty much Greg at the Dade City Kumquat, we get a little bit of that. Tampa Bay Brewing Company takes a lot of it for their quad.
Yeah, the quad, right.
But I've got a little hook in,
Yeah,
so I
that's
get
awesome.
mine accordingly.
What do they give you, like 3 kumquats then?
Yeah, like 5.
5 kumquats.
Right here. Kumquats right here. There you go. That's what they give you. No, man, I get like, so they puree, so anything that drops, so I went through the whole process over there. They've got a sour kumquat that has the peel on the sour and sweet inside. And then they have the sweet on the peel and a sour inside.
Okay.
They grow all of them. About 3 or 4 years ago, they had an infection, like on the trees, and they were like stubs. But that's gone now. They're growing well. They do an open house. They make jams and everything from it, which is really cool. But we dry hop with those.
Okay.
So pretty much dry hop afterwards.
Right.
7 to 10 days, drop out the yeast, and then dry hop with the kumquats. It's a pureed kumquat,
Right.
and it comes in like a 6.
Concentrate.
Yep. Well, it's a pureed.
Puree.
It's probably everything that fell off the tree.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And so then we dry hop with that,
That's awesome.
and it creates a great flavor
And
for
it's-
the
I
pale
mean,
ale.
And it does have a really strong.
It's just
You have to know
nice
what kumquat tastes
aromatic,
like,
and
but it has
yeah,
a good kumquat
I love
flavor,
that beer.
So it's amazing. Cheers.
We've
on
been
that
making
one.
it forever with
Cheers.
them. So
Cheers
And
to
I'm
kumquat.
drinking your Collision 4 IPA, which I gather is one of your big sellers. So
yep.
So what do you think of that one, Al?
I think it's a great IPA, and everyone who's an IPA lover will just sit down, and it's a classic IPA and love it. I mean, it's
Yep. So that's a West Coast style IPA. We've been Citra and Cascade, a little Magnum bitter, and we've been making it for like 7 years. Our old brewery was over in Land O'Lakes. We were there for like 4 years. It was a little biker bar with pool stick marks on the top of the roof at 8 foot. And I was brewing in a closet, pretty much. Collision 41, it's our West Coast IPA, and it can be offered at like Skinny's, Get Hooked. We've got Tap This Bar and Brewing down the street that's doing it. It's being carried at the Naughty Oar down in Newport Richey, and there's 3 other breweries in that area.
Wizard After Dark.
Drink it with Wizard After Dark.
The sun is still out.
Wait,
What's
I got it.
Don't put your hands in the way.
There you go.
You got to be able to read the shirt.
What's that say? Can you read
I'm
that?
silently judging your beer choice.
Very nice. And who is that that's giving you a lapper there, Tim?
That's my wife, Anita. Anita beer.
I need a beer.
Or Anita anything. No, I'm just kidding. My favorite wife ever. Makes me like really bad, right? Third and final, yes. Third and final.
Don't worry, I'll just take them off the market completely.
Cheers to that.
That's a good one. Take them off the market completely.
Cheers to that.
Well, if you see that, you should call the Newport Richey Police Department.
Warned us buying a building in Hudson. There's no money in Hudson. Nobody's gonna drink craft beer in Hudson. We come in, we have had the best support.
Experience,
There's
yes.
That's amazing.
There's 4 neighborhoods behind us. They have all come out in support of us. We have so many people.
Yep.
And what the most surprising thing is the sours. Because
So there's a lot of people that want to do cocktails.
they like sours, but they are really cocktail drinkers here in Hudson. So the sours fulfills that
Need
feel.
for
Cocktail
6%.
feel.
So
Yeah.
So how many years have you been in Hudson?
we're almost 3, so
2.5
2.5 years now.
Okay.
We just did our 2-year. October 1st, we're doing our Brewtoberfest. That's the
Our
second
second
annual.
annual.
Yep.
So this is a much bigger space than you had in
It
Land
is-
Lakes.
Yeah, much.
Night and day.
Much
Yeah.
bigger, actually.
3,200 square foot warehouse with 3/4 of an acre. And I want to put human foosball in the front pit, but the county.
The little retention
Think
pond,
about
yeah,
strapping
no.
in. I'll be the only brewer with human foosball. I'll tell you this right now.
Cheers to that.
Well, in winter it's dry. It's
Sign
really-
here, your waiver.
Football. Cheers to you.
Do it.
But just
Hey, sign
talking
away.
to your regulars and your customers, it's really good. You made an impact.
Yeah, so pretty
They're
much
really
it's
talking.
They really like
they're talking
us.
about you. They're talking
They
about
really like
yours.
us.
Apex,
Yeah, it's
Apex
weird. They really
Imaging
like
came
it.
out the other day, Apex, and they were taking photos. I'm like, hey man, how's it going? He goes, do you mind if I go in there? I'm selling a house around the corner. Do you mind if I come in
I want to put it in my brochure.
and in a brochure? I'm like, oh, you guys are putting
Brewery right around the
our
corner.
brewery
Yeah.
in the brochure for selling a house now? Like, we're Gulf Front, and there's a brewery 1/16 of a mile from you. You can golf cart up,
cart
and
in.
this is what they do. So I'm like,
Okay, so this is a great outdoor setting. It's a great outdoor venue. You can do a lot out here. So tell me about your plans for out here.
so we pretty much have a lot of live bands. We have the DJ showing up tonight for this. Got a food truck on site, so there's plenty of different items we have. We now have craft games by Outdoor Craft. So they have the swing string game and some other cornhole games and stuff like that. But this is really great because it's behind the brewery.
Right.
Once it's behind the brewery, we can hide from anything.
Well, you got a lot
Safety
of
first, man.
Oh, you have a lot of shade too. It's not just out in the sun
Yeah,
too.
so pretty
it's-
much we're going to be putting in a covered lanai like the stage right now.
Yeah, I love the
But
stage.
like 40 by 30 out, so it's all inside. We're going to paint this back side of this brewery here and put a stage in the back. So instead of shoving yourself inside,
We can bleep it.
well, instead of doing that, we can still be undercover. Even though it's storming and raining, everybody likes to have some cigarettes or whatever. We don't want that inside, so it's nice to have your pets and your
Sure.
food and stuff without having to run for it,
Well,
you know?
and that stage is big enough to have Quiet Riot. Come on, feel the noise.
We have some great bands coming up right now. October 1st is our Brewtoberfest. We have over 700 people coming to this.
700
We have
people?
Atomic Brew. Come on, what a better name than that. On stage at 6 o'clock. And it's at $25 on Eventbrite for 4 to 8 hours. And all the money's going to the Hernando County Education Foundation. So we're not even taking $1. Please buy a beer from me because I'm going to need that.
Cheers to that.
But yeah.
I mean, that's sort of what I want to talk about. It's community involvement.
Yep.
That's community. He's supplying the beer. He's supplying the venue. This is for a great cause.
Yep. We just did a firefighter beer release,
Cheers to you.
which was we gave them $1,776 on September 11th.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's good, right?
Is that
We raised like $1,200.
I guess that's.
I'm like, we're gonna round that up.
Is that a smoked beer?
It's a smoked
I know,
red
it'd be smoked,
ale
of
with a
course.
little bit of like chili moreno peppers, which they make mole
There's
out
some
of.
serious wizardry going on in that one.
Yeah. Well, because it's a firefighter beer. Come on, what are you gonna do? You got to make it a little spicy and smoky.
That's been an amazing time. Cheers to you guys.
Thank you guys.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to Craft Like Brewing. This has been like a suit riot, for God's sakes. Address. Say the
That's
address.
fucking really
What's
cool.
the address to this place?
6810 Tower Drive, Hudson, Florida. If you were not on 19, we're on the west side. The west side.
All right. Come and
guys.
Come and enjoy the beers. Come and enjoy the music. Come and enjoy the culture. This is Wizard. Be here. You got to show up. This is an amazing place. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all things Drinking with Wizard. See you next time. Cheers.